Okay, Unit 6, Lesson 10, different options for solving one equation. So number 1 here, Andre wants to buy a backpack. The normal price of the backpack is $40. He notices that a store that sells the backpack is having a 30% off sale. What is the sale price of the backpack? So we have our original price is $40, and they're having a 30% off sale, and it wants to know what is the sale price of that backpack. So there's two different ways I can solve this. I can take my original price times the percent as a decimal, and 40 times 0.3 is 12. And then what I would have to do after that is take that price 40 minus $12, which is $28. So I can do it that way. Or I can figure out how much of the price am I going to pay. Well, it's 30% off. 100% minus 30% is 70%. So I'm paying 70% of the cost. So I could just take that 40 times that 0.7 and get $28. So two different ways to solve that. Okay, number 2. On the first math exam, 16 students received an A grade. On the second math exam, 12 students received an A grade. What percentage decreases that? So remember, for percentage decrease, I need to find the difference between 16 and 12. So I'm taking 16 minus 12, which is 4. So it has a difference of 4. And then I'm taking that difference divided by the original amount of students on the first test. So I'm taking 4 divided by 16. And that gives me 0.25. which would be 25%, because it asked me for a percentage decrease. So 25% would be the decrease. Okay, number 3, solve each equation. So here you had the option to choose which way you wanted to solve, whether you're using the distributive property or you were using the new division. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the division way here. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2, which cancels those out. So I have x minus 3 equals 14 divided by 2 is 7. And what I would do is add 3 to each side. So then there's no way for me to do this. I'm going to just do this way. So those would cancel, and x would equal 7 plus 3 is 10 for A. Let's put B over here. I have negative 5 times x minus 1 equals 40. So again, I'm dividing both sides by negative 5. Those cancel. I have x minus 1 equals 40 divided by negative 5. I know I'm going to get a negative answer, and that would be negative 8. Split down the center, add 1 to each side. Those cancel. X would equal negative 7. For C, we have 12 times x plus 10 equals 24. I'm going to divide both sides by 12. Those cancel. X plus 10. 24 divided by 12 is 2. Split it down the center. Minus 10 on both sides. Those cancel. 2 minus 10. X would equal negative 8. Alright, it's getting a little messy. Alright, D. We have 1/6 times x plus 6 equals 11. Now instead of dividing by 1/6, I would multiply by its reciprocal. So I'm actually going to multiply both sides times 6 over 1. So these would cancel out. I have x plus 6 equals 11 times 6 is 66. Subtract 6 from both sides. X would equal 60. And then E, we have 5/7 times x minus 9 equals 25. So again, I would multiply by the reciprocal. I'm going to multiply both sides by 7/5. Those would cancel. That would leave me with x minus 9 equals 25 times 7 is 175. 1 times 5 is 5. I could probably simplify that. So I could make that into 35. 175 divided by 5 is 35. Add 9 to both sides. x would equal 35 plus 9 is 44. Okay, that's using the division way. You could also have used the distributive property where you're distributing or multiplying that through whatever is in parentheses. So it's kind of your choice there of what you would like to do. Number 4, select all expressions that represent a correct solution to the equation of 6 times x plus 4 equals 20. So to solve this, I would have 6x plus 20 equals 20 would be 1. I would also have to subtract 20 from that. Oh, excuse me, I mean a oopsie daisy. 6 times 4 is not 20, 6 times 4 is 24. Excuse me. I was like, that doesn't make sense. All right, so 6x equals negative 4. So it looks like I'm going to have a fraction here. X would equal negative 2/3. Okay, so those are my steps. So now I'm going to look over here. Did I do 20 minus 4 divided by 6? No, I did 20 minus 24, so that is not right. Did I take a 6 of 20 minus 4? No, I'm not subtracting this 4. I have to use the distributive property first, so that doesn't work. Maybe I should do it the other way too, just in case. Let's do it the other way. Divide both sides by 6. X plus 4 equals 20 divided by 6 is 3 1/3. Well, that doesn't look fun. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Seeing how that obviously did not see how sometimes this is great, sometimes this is better. Okay, so that still didn't work. So 20, did I do 20 minus 6 minus 4? No, I didn't do that. 20 divided by 6. Yep, 20 divided by 6. And yep, of course I would subtract 4 from both sides, so D would work. Did I take a 6 of 20 minus 4? Well, I took 20 minus 4 and divided by 6. So yep, that would work. And then F, 20 minus 24 divided by 6. Yep, and that would work. So I had to work out the problem in order to pick which expressions would be correct. All right. Okay, number 5, Lynn and Noah are solving the equation of 7 times x plus 2 equals 91. Lynn starts by using the distributive property. Noah starts by dividing each side by 7. Show what Lynn's and Noah's full solution methods might look like. So Lynn and Noah. I'm going to have to rewrite that on the back here because x plus 2 equals 91. There we go. So now we got our equation at stop. Okay, so Lynn uses the distributive property. So here's Lynn's. So how Lynn might solve this is taking 7 times x and 7 times 2. So she would 7x plus 14 equals 91. She would subtract 14 from each side. I have 7x left. 91 minus 14 is 77. Divide both sides by 7. X would equal 11 for Lynn. Noah, who is dividing both sides by 7 first, his would look like this, where he's dividing both sides by 7. He has x plus 2 equals 91 divided by 7 is 13. Subtract 2 from both sides. X would equal 11. So that's what their full solutions might look like. What is the same and what is different about their methods? So the same is that both eventually divided by 7. Both got x equals 11. What's different about their methods? Well, Lynn used distributed property first. And Noah used division first. Okay. Well, please let me know if you have any questions.